What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. So we got Conor Benn versus Chris Algieri coming up. Now, I watched the press conference, and basically, this is gonna be a quick one. Um, Conor Benn, I like him as a fighter. Strong, comes with that pressure, tries to get you out of there. He's a good fighter, and they talked about the criticism he got against Granados, Vargas, and uh, Famella fighting those guys. And he's saying that Chris Algieri is saying that he hasn't been tested, he hasn't fought anybody. You hear that all the time about up and coming fighters, and it even when it's true, some fighters are going to get those tests and they're going to pass with flying colors, and some people are going to struggle, some people are going to fail. That's just the way it is. As far as Conor Benn is a good fighter. Chris Algieri, I like Chris Algieri's his mindset. Um, he is a smart guy. He's more honestly he's more knowledgeable of boxing than he is good. Okay. Um, the biggest win for Chris Algieri was against Provodnikov, and I'm not mad because the guy got a shot at. I'm not mad at any of it, but when he got a shot at uh, Manny Pacquiao, in all honesty, I didn't feel like him beating Provodnikov. Um, I didn't feel like that warranted him a shot against Pacquiao. I saw nothing in Chris Algieri's style that made me think he was going to give Pacquiao trouble. Not his height, his reach, none of it. I watch him fight. I see he couldn't handle pressure, and Provodnikov is slow compared to Pacquiao. And Pacquiao comes with those angles, and like I just feel like that fight was going to be a massacre, and it was. It was a long night for Chris Algieri. Against Amir Khan, Chris Algieri, who basically he doesn't have punching power. The guy he can't punch, man. He's you know you catch a guy right, you can hurt a guy. We've seen guys that don't hit that hard catch a guy right and get him out of there. But I mean, rarely, more than likely, Chris Algieri, as far as him getting a knockout, and um, he's a decision guy. If Chris Algieri could knock you out, it's more so because you just can't take a punch. Because Chris Algieri, I like his attitude, his character as a man. His knowledge of boxing. Like I said, he's more to me. He's more knowledgeable than he is good. But again, against Pacquiao, I just didn't see him having a chance. Against um, Errol Spence, I didn't see him having a chance, and he got steamrolled against Errol Spence. That was some years ago. And for Conor Benn, he's on the rise right now. If Conor Benn goes in and destroy Chris Algieri, which I feel like he should, um, people will always compare what you did to a fighter versus what somebody else did to them. And depending on how good he looks in this fight will determine how people see him. Okay. And I'm not talking about so much about the fans, like how they like him or don't like him. I mean, it all matters because if you're winning fans, then people are coming out to watch you fight. People are, buying pay-per-views, whatever. But if he struggles against Chris Algieri, that's going to work against him, especially at this stage in Chris Algieri's career. A couple of years ago, some years ago, Eddie Hearn said that Chris Algieri couldn't crack an egg. And now he's over there, big upping him and giving him props for, his hard work and determination, how he comes to the ring focused to win. And, and I don't expect him to shoot the fight down. That would be stupid, but, you're trying to build the fight up. In all honesty, the way I see the fight for what each fighter brings to the table, unless Chris Algieri, has some tricks up his sleeve that we just don't know about, which, I mean, I think that Conor Benn should pretty much make quick work of Chris Algieri. I think he should destroy him and get him out of here. Now, we'll see how the fight goes. We want to see, guys like Jaron Ennis in the ring with Conor Benn. Those next wave of welterweights coming up. Those are the guys. After the well, Errol Spence is still here. And, I don't know what's going on with Keith Thurman, but, these guys are still here. Terrence Crawford is still here, but these are the guys after them that, should be able to carry the welterweight division. Conor Benn, outside of those guys as well, Conor Benn, no, along with those guys, Conor Benn and Jerron Ennis are two of the guys, welterweights that I like as fighters. And, if these guys keep fighting, I mean, people want to see that fight right away. The way I look at it is like, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. There's other guys that's there. How they mix it up and how things go, how it works, we'll see. But if these guys continue to win and they grow a fan base, that could end up being a super fight between those two guys. Errol Spence and these guys, how long they're going to be around, I don't know. Sean Porter is supposed to be retired. In boxing, a lot of fighters say they retired, and then, a year later they're back in the ring. So we don't know. But this fight, Conor Benn needs to really shine, and he need to get Chris Algieri out of there. And I'm talking 2-3 rounds. Like, he really needs to get him out of there. Now, if he, like I said, struggles and it takes him all night to get him out of there, or if it goes 12 rounds, which I really don't, it shouldn't. It really shouldn't. But if it does, he's going to get heavy criticism. And with Chris Algieri, I can understand why. In terms of the hype that's behind Conor Benn. But I think Conor Benn is a good fighter. And if he's as good as I see him, and I'm only going by what I see, not what I imagine. I don't, from what I've seen, he should get Chris Algieri out of there. Now, should this be one of these fights where all of a sudden Chris Algieri's style is hard for him to figure out, or whatever, like I said, is going to work against him, and he's going to have to fight and beat a Jerron Ennis for people to take him serious? Or, and one thing, and let me say this too, like, because, a lot of, I'm not into this whole thing about when a fighter's from a different country, whether it's Americans not getting credit in other countries or other fighters from other countries not getting credit here in America. I'm not with that nonsense. I support, good boxing. And when I see solid fighters, I'm going to make it known that, yeah, I like this guy as a fighter. He's a good fighter. And I think that Conor Benn is one of the best welterweights out there. And I feel like, again, he need to make quick work of Chris Algieri. And after this fight, okay, and should he win, okay, which that's the expectations of most people, but should he win his fight, in all honesty, I will say he's going to have to, like, he's a fighter that people are going to just knock until he beats, like I said, a Jerron Ennis or somebody like that. But this guy, he needs to start, they need to get him in there with guys that's more in his age group, that's current, that's, making noise now. The last I heard, Chris Algieri was retired. So get him off the couch, come in, give him a bunch of money. Okay, sure, I'll take the fight. And I'm not saying he's coming to lay down, but Conor Benn should make sure that he does lay down and stay down until that 10 count. So we'll see what happens, but I'm interested just to really see what Conor Benn, has against Chris Algieri, and I'm thinking that he should destroy him. Yet to be seen. And I don't want to see Chris Algieri get hurt or nothing. So when I say destroy, I mean he need to make quick work of him, get him out of there, get the fight over with. I don't mean, hurt the guy, break him all up and have him in a hospital. And But anyway, it's boxing though, right? Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people. And I will catch y'all on the next video.